How to get your first deal in 2026, or exactly how to get a wholesaling deal in the next 2 weeks. That's right, guys. In 2026, a lot of stuff has changed. The entire game on how you can become successful and get wholesaling deals is completely changed. But today on this live stream, we are going to show you exactly how to get your first wholesaling real estate deal in under 2 weeks. Or if you're somebody who's excited about 2026 and you're ready to become successful, I'm going to show you about how anyone could start getting a ton of deals and a ton of traction getting started 2026 in wholesaling real estate. I'm super excited. I'm ready to go because I know people's lives will be changed today. Got a bunch of people posting their first deal from over the holiday, and it's just so inspiring to see this. And we're ready for you to start getting momentum so you can start getting success and get going. So guys, if you're ready to go, you're excited, let me know in the comments, where are you live from? And we're going to break down in this live training exactly how to start just getting a ton of deals coming in like a machine. Leads come in, deals come out. And the only thing you need is no money. I'm not asking for your cash here. I'm asking for your effort and you to pay something, your attention, so you can go out here and start having success. So we're excited. We're ready to go. Where was everybody coming out from? We got St. Louis, New York, California, Lancaster, St. Pete, DFW. We got some sticky notes putting out. San Francisco, Michigan, Burley, Idaho, New Jersey in the house. I like it. Oklahoma, Maryland, South Africa, Massachusetts, Florida, Raleigh, Houston, Tulsa, Oklahoma on TikTok. Love it. All righty. Getting everyone warmed up. Nuevo, California, Chicago, Georgia, Charlotte, Ohio. Okay, we got all over the country. We're pretty excited about it. So we're ready to go. We're ready to break this all down. So first and foremost, my name is Rick Ginn.
My name is Rick Ginn.
And we have done over 4,000 wholesaling real estate deals. I've been doing it for over 9 years. A new year now, so
24 years.
24 years you've been doing it, and we've closed a lot of deals, and we make a lot of money wholesaling. Okay, we make millions of dollars every single year wholesaling houses. And what we do on this channel, if you don't know who we are, basically we teach how to wholesale real estate for free, and we're the first people really to teach how to wholesale real estate completely for free. And we're still the only ones with a completely free course and community. And we teach how to wholesale real estate for free. In exchange, you send me some deals, maybe sign up for X Leads, maybe you go hang out and join M2M, any of the stuff that we got. But really, the whole goal here is if we can teach you how to wholesale real estate and make $100K with no cash at all, then you can go out here and start sending us JV deals and start actually going out here and becoming a better investor, wholesaler, everything like that. So we're pretty excited about it. And so remember, Rick's my dad. So he's the one that started wholesaling real estate. He taught me how to do it. And 9 years later, we make a lot of money wholesaling. And we're pretty excited about it. So let's break this down. Let's share. We got a lot of people all over the world watching this. So this is pretty exciting. And so let's break this all down. So we are coming into 2026. I mean, we're in 2026 now. And I will let everybody know that the way you are going to wholesale real estate this year is completely changed. Okay. And, I've said this model last year, and I will keep saying it now because this is what wholesaling real estate is. But you are going to have to this year adapt or die. It seems like a crazy, drastic statement I'm saying, but everything is changing this year. We have a new Fed governor or Fed chair. So interest rates are going to be most likely being cut, which is good. I think that's a good thing for wholesaling. But I'm letting you know, nothing in wholesaling over my 9 years, over your 24 years, has ever stayed the same. It has always changed because there is the actual real estate market, and then there's the actual technology and underlining ways people wholesale. So for example here, right? Back in the day, you used to wholesale short sales. That used to be a thing. Made a lot of money doing it. And now people get thrown into prison for doing it. And so that obviously that's stuff that we always teach. We tell you what to do right or not right. But also another big one is technology. When I started wholesaling real estate, I had to pay for skip tracing. Now we have softwares like X Leads where you don't have to pay for skip tracing. But there's also new methods coming out all the time. Like last year, I introduced the EOG system, my email offer generator system. It's a whole entire marketing system where you can send emails out for free for motivated sellers. It's on slide freewholesaling.com. That's not what today is all about, though. But I'm just saying is there's going to have to be massive adapting. And you must understand in wholesaling that this business is always changing. And let's say you want to get out of wholesaling, you want to get into the insurance business. AI is coming in. Where you think insurance is just going to be the same? Yeah. Everything's changing, and you need to be out here and be the right person for the job. Now, a lot of people get scared of AI. I think AI is actually probably one of the coolest things ever for wholesaling. I don't want to spoil our version 4 launch on X Leads. If you're watching this, we'll probably get more people watching this after a version 4 launch, so you know what I'm talking about. But AI is going to probably dismantle a quarter of how anyone does deals with X Leads, but I'm going to get into that right now. We're pretty excited. So all I'm saying is coming into 2026, we are by far in the best time ever to win in wholesaling. Number 1, I will teach you how to wholesale real estate for free. No one else on the internet will do that. Number 2, you can join my course, everything for free. Number 2, and this is very important, you have as many tools as you possibly can. You see, everything I've built on this YouTube channel, on the school group, on everything I've ever done. Okay, like everything I've done, I've built it because I built what I wish I had starting out. So for example, anyone in here can join our free real estate wholesaling course, and it's our community. It's called freewholesaling.com. We also have an amazing Discord. It's called zachdiscord.com. Let me actually pop that up right here. Yeah. It's called zachdiscord.com. Let me throw it on here. And that's our Discord community. I love their Discord community too. I got freewholesaling.com and we got zachdiscord.com. So that's my Discord community. But the main one is freewholesaling.com, right? And the thing about it with freewholesaling.com is you can go out here on the map feature we have, and you can find any other person in the community. We have over 62,000 people in the community. Mm-hmm. So if you live in St. George, Utah, you can find there's probably 50 other people who are interested in wholesaling in St. George, and you can message them. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely incredible. I wish, can you imagine I did in my local city, I didn't know a lot of people. I didn't know there was like 60 people I could have networked with, and I could have done deals with. It would have changed a lot for me. Get all that stuff now, which is pretty exciting. And so we're in the best time. Technology, we can go connect with as many wholesalers in JV like crazy. We could find buyers really easy. Facebook groups are here. We've got awesome softwares to help us out, right? Skip tracing's free. We're in the best time ever. Now, the real question here, before we get into like what to do to become successful, it's kind of made it really brain dead for 2026. I don't want there are any excuses why I can't be successful, why I am going to be successful. But honestly, the real question is, why do most wholesalers fail? This is a big question and probably something we got to talk about first and foremost. Why do most people fail? What do you think?
I mean, the biggest thing I see, the first one is just the getting started in wholesaling. Most people try to wait till all conditions are absolutely perfect before they actually going to move forward and take action. Listen, you're going to suck in the beginning. It doesn't matter. It's going to be bad. Just like the first time I shot a video, it was bad. Him too. The first contract I wrote was miserable. It was an utter failure. And so a lot of you prepared your whole life to avoid failure. You just don't do it, which is the biggest mistake you can do. The second one I see is you guys you're so quick to try to get that first yes that you don't work for it. And the faster you get a yes, it's actually a quicker route to get no from cash buyers. So wholesaling is fundamentally, we buy low and sell medium. This has really shifted in the last 7 to 9 years, where a lot of times you could buy medium and sell high. Fundamentals of wholesaling is always buy low. Let me repeat it. It's buy low. It's never to buy medium. You have to sell medium. So to do that, you have to have tough conversations up front with sellers. You have to lay a foundation. Sellers only want two things. They want to know they can trust you, and they want to know that you can solve their problem. You can do that. Then you can go in, you can make a low ball offer. We simply call it go for no. Go over to freewholesaling.com, and you're better off to do it that way. It's harder, but you'll make more money. So the more no's you get, the better off in the beginning. If you try to get a yes right off the bat, it means you're running a sprint. You want that short-term dopamine rush. And when you get that, you're going to get a crap load of no's. So once again, you've just got to get started wholesaling and stop overthinking it and just do it. And just, you're going to suck at it. It's okay. That's how you get better. The second part is you have to buy low. The number one mistake beginner wholesalers make is they pay too much for the properties. So if you know that going into it and go, Rick told me I have to buy low, don't try to buy medium, because that's the easy button. The easy button ends in a hard, painful failure. So if you can grasp those two things out of this live stream, you'll do amazing. Those are the two biggest things I see every wholesaler struggling with really over the last 24 years.
Oh yeah. And honestly, you're right in that way. I like to simplify it even more. And the way I like to do it is a fun little story. And again, I always say this, but does anybody know the difference between a hero and a villain? I'm legitimately asking, does everybody in here know the difference in a comic book, in your favorite TV show? What's the difference between a hero and a villain, right? What's the main difference? Now, I'll wait for people to explain what they think. I'd say most people say, well, one's the good guy, one's the bad guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's never the case, actually. You see, like, intention, mindset, all these things, right? What's the difference between a hero and a villain? And what's really funny is usually heroes and villains have very equal powers. That's the point. They fight, but like one, will win over the other, but like they're very usually equal, right?
Yeah.
It's not fun to watch a superhero just destroy everyone, right? Like it's not that fun, right? And some of the best villains obviously are like, I probably say the best villains sometimes are the ones that like, you kind of understand where they're coming from. I'll be honest. I think I really like those villains, but here's the thing. It's the backstory, which that's hilarious to me. Okay, so let me explain to you what's the difference between a hero and a villain. So a hero goes through something very difficult, very bad, very traumatizing usually,
Mm-hmm.
and they decide, you know what? I want to make sure this never happens to somebody else, and I'm going to protect those vulnerable people. And then a villain, something terrible happens to them and says, the world sucks, and I'm going to take revenge on the world because of this bad thing happening to me. The funny part is most heroes and most villains have the same exact thing happening to them. It's just how they decide to react to it. So again, something tragic happens to somebody and they decide they're going to go after the world because that happens. Or they decide that they're going to go out here and protect the people and do what's right. And that's usually the difference between a hero and a villain. Now, the thing about you in wholesaling is you can either be the hero or the villain for your life right now. So if what's happening in your life right now, maybe you don't like it. Most likely you don't. That's why I got started wholesaling. That's why you got started wholesaling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're broke, you have no prospects in your job, you're super scared, and you're just not enjoying the life right now. You don't like being screamed at by a boss. You want to actually go out here and build something for yourself. Now, honestly, people go two directions, and it's actually kind of staggering. Most people, when they're broke, they have no options and nothing good's happening, they decide I'd say 95 to 98% of people choose this one thing. They're going to just drink. They're going to smoke some weed. They're going to drown themselves in TV shows and kind of numb the pain for the weekend and then go back and do the cycle all over again.
Yep.
There's a crazy 1 to 2% of people in the United States called entrepreneurs that say, you know what? I'm going to escape this rat race. I'm not going to use drugs and alcohol and, entertainment and social media to go escape this, right? I'm going to go out here and actually try to make a real escape. Because most people in your jobs, like you are in a prison cell, this little rat race prison cell, right? But the crazy part about it is, can you imagine there's a prison cell where you're there, but like you can walk out whenever you want, but it's kind of hard to walk out. Like it's a little difficult. It's like a 10-mile walk to get out of the prison, but it's pretty cozy. It's warm. There's AC. There's TV on all the time. And you're like, I'm kind of comfortable right here. Why do I want to go through all that pain? I know freedom's outside there, but like, the big college football game's on.
That's true.
But why would I want to go out there? You know what I mean? I'm pretty cozy. Like Taco Tuesdays tomorrow. Like, why do I want to? And then that's the point. Because they found out in the United States that we can just give you about 5 days of pain, but 2 days off, you'll live. Right. Remember, if you had to work 7 days a week, there'd be a full revolution in the streets and people, be all entrepreneurs. But the crazy part is You're one of the 1 to 2% of people that says, I'm sick of what I'm doing. I'm sick of where I'm at, and I'm going to make a business and become changed. I'm going to become rich, successful, and live a dream and actually take control of my life. That's what you're doing as an entrepreneur. That's what you're doing as a real estate investor and wholesaler. You're going to get massively rich, massively successful, and escape this rat race. So you're the hero of your own story. And I commend anyone willing to do that. But you got to understand, that's all mindset. And so you also decide this. And we got a lot of people in the comments that are telling me a lot of things. They're saying, Zach, it's 2026. I'm excited. I'm ready to hustle. I'm going after it this year. Yeah. And we got other people saying, yeah. And what I see is a bunch of diamonds. Okay, this is how I view all these people saying, I see diamonds everywhere. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to become successful. And all I look at are diamonds. Now, I don't know much about diamonds, but I know one thing about actual real diamonds. Does anybody here know the difference between a real and a fake diamond? Not like a lab grown, because lab grown and like lab grown and mine diamonds are actually the same, like composition wise. But like the difference between a moissanite or like the zirconian diamonds. Does anybody know the actual what they do to figure out what's a zirconian or a real diamond? You want to know?
I don't know. They just take money.
Okay, but they're all shining. They all shine, right? They all shine
can't
pretty.
Tell the difference.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how this works. It is, yeah, you're right. Structural composition. They all look pretty. They all shine nice.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know how a diamond is formed? Even in a lab or mine?
Under pressure.
So yeah. So in a lab, they take a piece of carbon, which is just a piece of carbon, right? It's pretty stupid. Like they take carbon. What's this thing? Okay, they take carbon. They put it in so much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So much pressure that it turns into a diamond. Now, this piece of carbon has been through so much stress and so much pressure that you can't break it now because it went through all that. Now, after going after that, it turns into a beautiful diamond. Same thing, you mine it, right? It's in the ground, so much pressure, so much this.
Cue the David Bowie.
There we go. And so if you put a real diamond under extreme stress and pressure, it will not break. If you put a fake diamond that shines just as bright under pressure, it cracks.
Yep.
So I'm seeing a bunch of diamonds right now. I'm seeing a bunch of people saying they're going to do this. They're going to go crazy. They're going to go hustle. They're going to go out here and grind. But 6 months later, when everyone goes through the pressure, some of y'all are just breaking. And some of y'all say, no. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to go through all this pressure, all this stress. But I know at the end of this, I will become unbreakable. I will never have a job ever again. I will never be molded by anybody else. And I will be an unbreakable diamond. That is exactly who you are right now. But the problem is everyone's a diamond. I can't tell. I can't tell on the live stream who's a diamond and who's a fake diamond or a real diamond right now.
Well, Ohio State's not a diamond.
Okay, we're not getting into that right now. But Ohio's a good wholesaling market. We don't want to lose it.
I didn't say that. They're just talking about the football team. We made in
Ohio last year wholesaling.
I'm fine with it.
Send us our JV deals. Okay?
Just saying that was a cubic zirconia.
Okay, so but basically what I'm trying to explain here is you in wholesaling, and I don't care if you get out of this video, it doesn't matter to me. You're going to be going through extreme pressure and stress this year, and if that hurts you, knowing that you have to work hard right now, that's fine. And you're all little pieces of carbon right now. You need to go through all this pressure, all this stress, and you will become an actual real diamond. And once I'll be honest, most guys and gals out here in wholesaling, once you get to like 200K a year, like you're pressure tested. You ain't going to break anymore. And it just happens all the dang time. And so I'm pretty excited. I know a lot of y'all are going out here and working hard, so we're excited, but that's the main difference between people who are actually doing deals or not doing deals is it's not even like, oh, one guy shows up and it's they went through the pressure and they never quit. They didn't break. And the only way you quote break is you quit. Because even if you've been 2 years and you haven't done a deal, you're still being pressure tested. You haven't broke. But once you quit, you broke. So you broke, but literally broke. Okay. But yeah, so what I'll tell everyone right now is I know we're all really excited. I know we're all really pumped up. We're all ready to go. And I'll have plenty to share today. But I will let everybody watching this know that everyone's focused and everyone's like, I want the results. I want the money. We get the money is important, but what we're going to flip the script on you, and this is what we always do, is do not focus on the results here. This is why we have more successful wholesalers going through us than anybody else in the entire game, by probably double or triple right now. We have more people in our community than anybody else, right? The reason why our success rate is so high for everybody is because we don't focus on results around here. We focus on action. And that is just a dang truth. If you go out here and focus on the action you have to take every day, not the money you want to make, you become more successful, right?
Mm-hmm. It's, you got it. The action is the most important, especially working up to your first deal, because everybody starts with motivation, but eventually you're going to get pressure tested. And if you go, man, it's like a month, I haven't got a deal. Another month, I haven't got a deal. Instead of doing that, because it's going to wane, is if you just measure your actionable steps. How many sellers did I contact? How many lists did I pull? How many type of government lists did I pull? How many people did I reach out today? What was my connection rate? How many driving for dollars did I did? How many reverse driving for dollars I did? And did I maximize my X leads, even my base account 25,000 lists pull? You see, at some point, you're going to have to make a decision. For you to be pressure tested, you have to stay in it. So the problem is, as a child, we're taught, well, your body teaches you, if you touch something super hot like a burning stove, you get burnt once and you pull back on it. The weird part about wholesaling is you actually have to go into the fire and stay there.
Yeah.
And the only reason you're not burning your hand is it just feels wildly uncomfortable, because the normal person's not going to put up with that much crap. So your body is going to try, you're telling your mind, hey, we're going to do this, but your body's so conditioned to avoid anything that's stressful. And that's the problem, is once you get yelled at, once you get rejected, once you find out someone's not going to be nice to you, it's your tendency is just to stop and quit. And you have to stay in it. And then you have to keep going back into it. And you have to train your mind to stay in that pressure. But eventually that pressure will pay off, because you will find someone that will work with you. Remember, this isn't a sales job. So many people, I got to give you sales training for wholesaling. Your specialty is learning how to market. That will always be the cornerstone of wholesaling. And then learning how to connect with people and making low offers. That is it. That's wholesaling. If you're not doing those, I promise you're not wholesaling. Now, in the beginning, you're going to suck at it. You're going to step all over your words. Here's how you overcome it. A massive amount of volume. That's why we created X leads, even a base account, 25,000 leads. Why? You need as many opportunities as humanly possible. We're only looking for people who need to sell their house. People want to sell their house. They're just going to waste your time. And through that volume, this magical thing happens in the journey of wholesaling, which nobody can skip. If you paid 100 grand or you got it from free from me and Zach, is you get repetitions in. I don't need to go over the Michael Jordan story. It's broken to death. But the thing is, if you constantly are exposed to what people will say, you will learn how to overcome anyone's basic objections. There's only 5 or 6, just so you know. And after a while, you can confidently respond to them without hesitation, which gives you confidence, which shows confidence to them, which builds trust, which allows you to make low offers and get them accepted. Remember, we're looking a little bit for needles in haystacks. So that's our specialty, is always going to be on marketing. But once you get there, we have to buy low. If we buy low, we can sell medium. If you're taking a course where they teach you to buy medium and sell high, you're going to get destroyed in 2026. Oh, yeah. And that's what's going on the last really 7 years. And we're back to fundamentals. This is why I think 2026 is probably the best year to get going in wholesaling. But here's the guys, you got to walk into that fire. You have to be pressure tested and you have to stay there, because I guarantee you're going to fail in the beginning. And here's the cool part is, you guys think there's a lot of competition in wholesaling. There's a lot of people in this live stream. If I got 500 people on this stream, I bet there's 20 people that will actually follow through and do it. So you're competing with 480 people that are going to try wholesaling. I'm sorry, I'm just going to call you out. And then there's only 20, 25 that are going to run and go through the fire. And so there's constantly a new wave coming in. They're like, this isn't going to get rich quick scheme. It's I'm going to bust my butt and get rich. But if you can stay there and forge it, after a while, it gets less and less uncomfortable and you keep pushing forward. So to overcome any type of resistance, you have to be persistent. And if you'll stay in there and just keep taking the no's and keep focusing on marketing, eventually you will hit. Because remember, all we do is guide our sellers. We don't sell them. If I want to sell something, I want a Lamborghini, I need to get a salesman like Zach to feed my ego because I don't really need it. He's just got to make me feel special.
Yeah.
When I need to sell my house and I'm losing at the foreclosure, Zach, if you can show me I trust you and give me a common sense solution, you're my guy. That's all we're doing. Do you think there's any magical words you can say to somebody in wholesaling? The magical words is showing up and putting your best foot forward with confidence. You get it through repetition and practice, practice, practice. And the only way you get that is with volume.
I agree. Guys, focus on the actions, not the results. So it's like, how many calls are I going to make? Not making the Lamborghini. So guys, let's break this down. Here is my 14-day blueprint for the next 2 weeks. We're going crazy. We're ready to go. And we're pumped up for this. And I'm ready to go. I'm excited for this. And so we could have turned this into a whole challenge type thing, but there's no point of even making a challenge yet because we have version 4 coming out. And honestly, like, even what I say today, it's like version 4 is going to change a lot of it.
It's going to change a lot.
But still, this is good fundamentals for anybody. And so let's talk about the next really 14 days for you. And so the next 5 days, I'm going to say marketing and lead generation are going to be the most important thing we can be doing. Getting leads and getting people who actually want to sell their property. That's the most important part. So we're going to be focused about 5 days doing that. 1 day of call it acquisitions, appointments, whatever you want to do. And then 8 days of your dispo following up with your sellers and actually getting deals sold, which is actually the simplest one, but I'll break that down later because it's so simple. So again, the biggest question I'll get when I really start breaking down to people like how to get started, it's always, okay, well, I know I need to get leads and I want to get a deal. So how many leads do I need to get a deal? That's the real question. Zach, just tell me the exact number and I will do it. And so everyone wants me to pop out a calculator and say, okay, divide the 4, add the 3, 2 times 2, divide by 3 to the 4th quadrant, multiply that second decimal. You need approximately 493 driving for dollars leads to get a deal right now. Okay, exactly. Yeah, on your 493rd call, that's when you're going to get a deal.
Yeah, you got ESP.
Yeah, you're like, okay, first and foremost, it's never guaranteed. It's like saying, how many bicep curls do I need to do to get ripped? Or how many times do I have to bench press, okay, today to bench 315? It's like, well, I mean, technically, if you did like 100,000 over 4 or 5 years and your diet's right, then you could probably do it in 3 years. Like you could always do a guesstimate range, but it's never like the exact right. And so I can give you a rough estimate, but results are always going to vary. And so let me tell you exactly what you guys have. You have about 3 options. I'm going to give you what the lead numbers are. It's the scary truth. And a lot of people get uncomfortable about it, but I'm going to let everybody know the scary truth. Everybody's watching this video today, not because of me. Obviously, everybody goes and they want to hear me because of my sexy voice, absolutely jacked to the gills, and everyone just wants to look at my face because I'm so awesome. I get it. That's why half the people are watching this today, right? They just want to look at us because we're so awesome and charming. But there's another half of people who are watching this that don't care about me at all. They just care about me making you money. They're like, Zach, I do not care about your absolute amazing biceps. I only care about making 40 grand in the next 30 days. That's what really matters to me. Okay, I could care less about you. And that's fine. That's how most people get started. But once they start making the money, you always come back for the info and the guns. But what I'll tell you is you're here because I can make you a lot of money. So if you understand that it is completely possible, we show it every single day inside of freewholesaling.com, that in the next 30 days, you can have a nice $40,000 check in your name without spending a dime. That gets everyone, yeah, really excited. Yes. I can tell you with all confidence in my heart, that is completely possible for you. There's not a single ounce of doubt that can't happen for you, right?
No, hands down. I mean,
hands down. So we understand how incredible this opportunity is. And this is when you usually sell them something, right? I'm not selling you something. So this opportunity is so incredible, but there's one caveat to this. To make 40 grand in 30 days without any money spent seems crazy. There's one thing you have to do though, right? One rule. You have to be willing to work hard for this. Everyone throws up their hands in there. Oh man, guys, I'm being real. It's insane that you can make 40 grand in 30 days. That's already an insane thing to say. So if anybody could make 40 grand in 30 days working 20 minutes a day, everyone would do it. It's kind of like med school, right? Medical school, trying to be a doctor. They have to weed out people because we'd have too many doctors. Everyone wants to be, trust me, the amount of people smart enough to be a doctor and the amount of people who think they are smart enough to be a doctor, there's a big gap, okay?
Okay.
There's a big gap between those. And so the only way to really prove it is actually put them through the pressure test. And that's exactly how the wholesaling game works. I don't know if it's like a magical fairy, or it's like Santa Claus, but wholesaling real estate only gives money to people that deserve it. Just being real. So there's a lot of guys and gals today that feel like they deserve to make 40 grand in 30 days. The only way you earn the right to make that type of life-changing money is by actually earning it. That is it. And so if you are willing to work hard and actually do the lead numbers I say, you have an insane, crazy chance of doing this. But if you just want to sit around, get excited for a couple days, and then after a week, you stop calling leads, don't come crying to me saying, oh, why isn't wholesaling working? He said it was so easy. No. What wholesaling is easy. You sitting around for maybe an hour, 2 hours a day, banging those phones and calling sellers is not enjoyable. It's not fun. It's way better to play Call of Duty. Very fun to do. It's not fun to sit down for 1 to 2 hours. But here's the thing that always creeps up in the back of my mind. Wait, whoa. 40 grand a month is an insane. That is lawyer and doctor money, easily.
Mm-hmm.
And lawyers and doctors work 8, 9, 10 hours a day to make $500,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me, Rick, that if I spent 3 hours a day, I can make a lawyer money? That's absolutely crazy. Now Zach sounds like he's a scam artist. It's actually true. You can make $500,000 a year working 3 hours a day. But here's the problem. Here's the issue. There's no mommy. There's no daddy. There's no babysitter for you. You actually have to sit down for 3 hours and do the work. That's the thing. Same thing about being jacked. Wait, I only have to work out 1 hour a day to be jacked? Yeah. Yeah. But you also have the diet, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the amount of people that are jacked and the amount of people that work out an hour a day, why aren't they equal? It's usually diet and, other external factors like sleeping and stuff. But like, that's the thing. So if you want the success, I'm going to tell you exactly what you got to do. But you got to follow what I say to a T. Guys, you go to freelance.com, look at all the success stories. They actually do what I say. They're crazy.
Guys, what you want and what you get, you're the only ones that create the disparity in it. And the only reason it's most of the times is just your ego talking. Like you could sit here in fantasy land all day long. He talks about doctors, lawyers, they all put in the work and the financial risk up front. You actually have a better way to do it, but you are not going to avoid the work. I've never met anyone, maybe past a trust fund kid, and they never make it, that has earned anything that they didn't go through like just a crazy price. Dude, my pressure in 2003, I felt like I was literally on an island doing wholesaling. But honestly, I went through 12 years of so much pain in corporate world. I don't want you to wait 12 years. And I wish somebody grabbed me when I was a really young man, 17, 18, and said, hey, listen, I can change your life with wholesaling if you just go and do this. But at 12 years, guys, I was willing to do anything. I knocked on doors till it got dark at night.
Yeah.
I got my ass rejected so much. I just didn't care. And I just didn't want to come home to my wife and go, this didn't work out. I've had a lot of stuff that hasn't worked out. And the thing is, I've seen people like, I've tried drop shipping. I've tried day trading. I've tried the Amazon, all that stuff. I get it. Sometimes you get in the bad, you got pitched a product that doesn't work. But for the most part, find a legal product. You already know wholesaling is 100% legal and it works. You just have to put in the work. Because if you're going to leave wholesaling and go do something else, it's never going to stop because you're quitting on yourself. You just have to roll your sleeves up and do the work. I had to make a big boy decision in 2003, and I stuck it out during very painful times when people told me it's never going to work. Go back to your safe job. I said, no, I did that for 12 years. I don't want to do it anymore. And I slowly just dug myself out of the hole. So if you guys can do that, you can do anything. Wholesaling is the industry that does work. It is not an FBO Amazon. It is not a day trading thing, but you're going to have to put the work in. If you don't do the work and you replace it with excuses, there's nothing me and him can do to help you out. Number one, stop your whining. Like, stop the whine. Stop. Oh my God, somebody said no. Okay, that's one. You need another 9 or 10,000. Like, you're just warming up. Stay in it. And if you stay in it, that pressure is what will make you. There's no wholesaler that's really good at what they do that did not go into the pressure cooker. Because the ones that can't hack it, they all quit. It doesn't work. Direct mail doesn't work. Probate doesn't work. No, you don't work. Until you change that, especially in 2026, fix it. Guys, you're only on this earth so much time. What are you waiting for? I made a life decision. I waited till I was 33 to smack myself across the head. I go, I'm a big boy. I'm lying to myself. I need to make a change for my family, or I'm going to die trying to do it. That was my attitude. But it took me 12 years to build that stupid muscle up. If somebody grabbed me at 17 and go, Rick, you could change the world. Instead of saying you struggle with ADHD, you know what you're doing, you're all over the board, take that energy and put it towards something that you can actually do damage on. And I'm telling you, I help people out all the time in wholesaling. I don't do things I don't believe in. I used to sell such a crappy product. I told my boss, I don't want to be number one because I think your product's horrendous. You just pay me a big commission. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. So he was fortunate enough to grow up with wholesaling and see it. So he doesn't know a limited possibility. My entire life, I was taught about limits, and limits start to just push you down after a while, and you start to believe that shit. Sorry. But you guys, new year, new attitude. We're talking about pressure. If you stay in it, the pressure is what forms you to be a wholesaler. The wimps run from it, or worse, they come up with daily excuses why they can't do it. Don't be that person.
I agree.
It's exhausting.
It is. So again, let's talk about the scary truth here. You have three options. Option A, we are going to go in our car and we're going to drive for dollars. You see, the biggest issue is people say, Zach, I don't want to sit down and call for hours and hours and hours. Okay, fine. Well, this is one of the most time efficient ways. Go in your car right now, drive around your neighborhood and look for the ugliest houses possible. Write them down, go to True People Search, get their phone number, call them up.
Simple.
It's really simple. Or you can reverse drive for dollars, which is what I kind of prefer a little more. If you say, Zach, I want to do deals, but I don't want to text, I don't want to call, and I also have no money, which is just like, what? Like, I legit have people tell me to my face, Zach, I want to make 40 grand in the next 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to call somebody. I don't want to text them, and I have no money. And I'm just sitting there like, I feel like smacking them, but I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you? But I said, you know what? Challenge accepted. I'm going to find a way because there's no excuses in life. And I came out with reverse driving for dollars, which is basically the method of going in your car. You see an ugly house. You go out here and grab some sticky notes. You take a pen and you write on the sticky note, hey, this is Zach. I had a quick question about your property. Please give me a call back. Put your free Google Voice number on there. Slap it on the door. And what we found is a lot of people would call the sticky note and it's an inbound call. Now, the cool part about that, why it's so effective and why it changes people's lives is people will spend 50, 60 cents to send tens of thousands of postcards out. And I'll be honest with you, is one of the best ways to find wholesaling deals. If you have a large budget, direct mail by far is one of my favorite marketing channels. We don't talk about too much on this channel. It's a little more advanced, more like M2M stuff. But you don't have to spend 60 cents to drop a sticky note. What is a postcard? It's a piece of paper with words on it.
That's it.
A sticky note is a piece of paper with words on it, but it's handwritten, which makes it even more effective than a postcard.
Hand delivered.
And so guess what? That is stupid, crazy effective. But here's the problem. You guys just heard me say it. So now you're like, oh, how many do I do, Zach? About 500 on average will get you a wholesaling deal. We have found statistically over the past, on this channel, about 6 or 7 years, statistically about 500. It used to be 400, to be 350. It used to be 600. Now it's like 500. 500 drawing for dollars leads or reverse drawing for dollars leads will get you a deal. The cool part is when you reverse drive for dollars, you don't have to call, text, or anything. They just call you. What do you say when they call you? You put a note on my house? Yeah, this is Zach. My partner probably put that around. We're looking to buy properties in the area. You're looking to sell it. Simple. 500 will change your entire life. Just think about that. 500 change your entire life. I promise you, this week, you've probably done 1,000 scrolls on TikTok. 1 video, 2 video, 3 video. You've done this probably 1,000 times, right?
Yeah.
Probably 1,000 times you've done that. So you'll subconsciously go through 1,000 TikToks, don't even think about it. But to go through 500 drawing for dollars leads, trauma, that's traumatic. But you'll just do this.
You're so effortless you can do it with one finger. Like they really think this stuff out.
You'll do that, no problem. And you don't even think about you did 500. You just, oh my gosh. But you'll go through you'll go through all that, no problem. Okay. But it's crazy to me, right? I just saw a study. The average teenager spends over 4 to 5 hours a day on social media. I've been begging people. I said, teens, okay, I wish they'd let me in the high schools. You know how like the army, you remember they used to let the army go in the high schools to recruit people?
Mm-hmm.
I want a booth in the high school.
They still do. Yeah.
I want a booth in the high school. Don't pay me. Just, it says, let me get you rich. And I just want to tell people, I just want to go to these high schools.
The teachers are going to kick you out right away.
So. But you know, like how they have those, like those people that used to be drug addicts, motivational.
Yeah.
I used to do drugs. Now I'm great. I want to do that. I used to be broke. Now I'm rich. Wholesale real estate. That's what I do on social media now. But basically, what I'm trying to do is, it's 500 sticky notes sounds like it's a lot, but if you compare how much time you spend on social media, it's insane.
Nothing.
It's insane. Okay. So really it's nothing. If you can get rid of all your addictions with social media, and most people don't think about it, right? It's crazy. Look at Justin. It says, as of today, analytics read, I scrolled on 863 videos. Which I'm telling you,
he's being honest. Like
he's being honest, but like it's probably more for a lot of people, but you just don't know about it. But so if you're telling me that that's too much, you don't even understand what's a lot because you're consuming more content. But
it's the dopamine. Like
your brain is being dropped dopamine. Okay,
guys, if you got any type of ADHD like me, you can't do it. It's because it's so it's just like a continuous.
Yep.
It would be like just feeding you a drug nonstop, and they know it. So you have to, if you have that tendencies, just limit yourself. Like, oh, okay, I'm only going to do 2 hours a week. That's it. And if you want to sit there on Saturday morning, that's your 2 hours, then be it. If you guys think that that 5-10 minutes is nothing, dude, when you're doing it 20, 30 times a day, it adds up to hours and hours. And before you know it, you're losing time. And then I love when people go, I just don't have enough time. I'm like, dude, you got the exact same time as everybody else does, 24 hours. Your priority past the sleep is a complete choice. Once again, it's not taking accountability, but that doom scroll is all by design, advertisers, everything. If you know you're prone to it, I know I would be in trouble if I do it. Sometimes he just grabs and takes the phone when I'm like waiting for somebody or waiting for a call, because I would be victim to that. I know I would be. Thank God I did not grow up with social media. So I use social media for my business and to connect with you guys and help you out. Why? So I can do more marketing with business. Remember, marketing is the #1 skill set you can learn as a wholesaler. So you have to decide either social media uses you or you use it. And if you're on the other side of that coin, just be brutally honest with yourself and start putting some checks and balances, get it under control, and then make that switch in 2026.
There we go. So that's why I'm on social media all the time. I'm that kid at the high school telling people, stop, get off of social media, start wholesaling real estate. That's all I do. But I'm telling everyone, okay, so your option A, again, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars. I think it's one of the best ways that you're getting started. Option B, cold calling. Guys, I'm being real with everybody. I think cold calling is by far, still to this day, the best way to get a wholesaling real estate deal. By far, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best ways to get started wholesaling real estate. So to be honest, how many calls to do a deal? Remember, by the way, you can go through a lot more calls than sticky notes, but I'd probably say 3,000 cold calls, like dials, if you're pulling like a government list or a free list. Okay. I would probably say you're going to be around 4,000 for an X Leads AI list. So we're pretty excited. And again, we're not really talking too much about this, so we're keeping this on the hush hush. But if you have X Leads, you can, I hope everyone knows, if you have an X Leads account, you have a whole zip code, you have an AI list. It's basically a score from 0 to 1,000, how likely someone's to sell their property. I don't think a lot of people actually utilize it too much. I was talking to Isaiah yesterday, he's in our communities. He's an awesome dude. He told me he's getting an extra deal a month from the AI list. And he was like, Zach, why is the AI list so good? And I was explaining to him, and he's like, why don't you ever explain it like that on YouTube? And I'm like, well, I probably should. Like, for example, if you have X Leads, right, xleads.com, you can go pull, everyone has an AI territory.
Yeah.
So you just go to your leads, it's right there.
Everyone.
I mean, I'll show it. But like, the cool part about it is it will show how likely someone's going to sell their house for a discount or not. And I mean, like, well, how do you know that? You don't have ESP. You're completely right. The reason why it works so well is it uses a lot of factors I can't publicly talk about. I can kind of say on a live stream, but I can't, like, I don't want to get people in trouble. Like, for example, if a seller changes their address, it pops on the algorithm. If somebody dies, there's a death, pops it up. If a credit score starts going down, if someone applies for a credit card, there's many factors why someone would want to sell. Now, can Zach on X Leads have a little list that says, hey, here's the people who have low credit scores that just made multiple credit card accounts and they just opened 3 new credit cards. Let's attack them.
Yeah.
I would probably, it won't be good.
Yeah.
But there is back end data that does look at that stuff. We just don't share it because I don't want to get canceled. But yeah, just so everyone knows really quick, not a lot of people do it, but you go to filters and you go your right here, your AI territory right here, and you'll be able to choose your score, and then anything 700 above, they're more likely to sell their property. But it's looking at a lot of basically analyzing thousands of wholesale deals and seeing what type of people are most likely to lean, stuff like that. But again, I don't want to get in the whole thing, but I'm saying about 4,000 of those to get a deal. And if you are calling, I would probably say if you're calling probably a standard list, like a standard list, you're probably going to be about 6,000 calls. There we go. I think the thing shut off. But yeah, if you pull like a high equity, maybe a vacant high equity, absentee owner list, something like that, you're probably going to call 6,000 to get a deal. Now, if you're using like a call service, it's going to be a little more, obviously, because you're not doing it yourself. But that's what it usually takes to get a deal. Now, if you want another option, I think option C is probably good if you hate calling, but you don't want to do reverse drawing for dollars because you're like virtual. This is another great option too. I will probably tell you text blasting is one of my favorite ways. Now, the reason why I love calling is because it costs no money to start cold calling people. It costs no money at all. It doesn't cost anything. If you are cold calling, it doesn't cost any money. Use Google Voice, Trivial Search, go to town. Texting, a lot of people think you have to pay for texting. You can text absolutely for free. How do you do this? Google Voice, True People Search, go crazy. Now, there's also text blasting softwares. Again, I sound like a broken record. X Leads is awesome because it's literally all that stuff combined. It's all in one. Me and Rick made it, and it's the second largest wholesaling software by web traffic. Probably be the largest one by the end of the year, and we're pretty excited about it. But yeah, you can text blast for free, paid, whatever it is. Honestly, I would say it's going to take about 4,000 text messages to get a deal on a free approach. And so that means most likely, if you send maybe 100 texts a day, it'll probably take you 40 days to get a deal, which isn't bad. And here's the thing, like stuff compounds. So if you call 3,000 people and you text 2,000 people, should be a deal.
Yep.
So you can do both. It doesn't really matter. So I'd probably say if you're pulling government lists and you're texting them, we teach exactly how to go out here and text inside of the freewholesaling.com community. Go there. And if you're pulling like a high equity list, right, just a standard massive list, you're probably closer to about 10,000 texts to get a deal. Now, the cool part is X Leads, you can text 3,000 people a day. So plenty of people running a lot of stuff. But here's the thing. Everyone says they're all excited about getting deals. I'll probably tell you that if you want to make big boy money, you're going to have to do big boy work. I would never understand that. You want to make big boy money, you're going to have to do big boy work in wholesaling. So if you want to say, Zach, I want to do 4 deals a month, 40,000 texts, 30,000 calls. It's just statistics. I always say it like it's always statistics. So what should you be doing every single day? What's our daily action blueprint? So you might want to screenshot this. If you're watching this on TikTok, we actually visually, everything I'm saying is actually being visually put up there. So a lot of people think I can just like off the top of my head, I'm just thinking of these things on TikTok. I actually have to sit down, think about it and really like write it out the best way. Because how I think and then how I can explain things a little better, a little different. If you're on TikTok, go to Flip with Rick on YouTube for the replay and also to look at it visually. So the word Flip with Rick on YouTube. It's right there. Okay. What's our 14-day action plan? So our 14-day action plan is what we call our rule for our 14 rule. Now, what's the 14 rule? So if you want to get a deal in 14 days, if you want to get a deal in 30 days, I call it the 30 rule. How many days? It's really simple. How many days do you want to get your first deal? 10 days, 11 days, 1 day, 30 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
You divide how many, really, how the numbers, right? So if it's 500, oops. Oh boy. Oh no, what did I kick there? Uh-oh. Give it a second. There we go. So if it takes about 500 drawing for dollars leads to get a deal, and you want to get a deal in 10 days, you're going to have to do 50 drawing for dollars leads a day for 10 days to get a deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I call it the 14 rule because today's about getting a deal in 2 weeks. 14. So this is when people start the stress just melts off like butter on people. Oh my gosh, I have to do 500 drawing for dollars leads. Oh my gosh, it's over.
Those are the easiest.
But why don't we do this? Why don't we divide it by 14? So you do 36 a day. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Do you ever realize, and I know this is really bad, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I don't really care. You know how people, you know how,
just say it.
You know how moms say the months of the kid's age because they want to feel like the kid's like a baby when the kid's not. Oh, you know, Timmy, he's 44 months old. No, he's 4 years old, bro. Okay, he's a 4-year-old. He's my baby. He's only 50 months old. Shut up. Okay, the boy's talking and asking me questions. It's not a baby. And a lot like it's really funny, but like if you divide anything up, it makes it a lot easier, right? That's why some people, if you ever see them getting sentenced to prison, 120 months, that's it. Because people like it's people don't understand.
Yeah.
Hey, that's 10 years. What? 400 months. Oh, what is that? 400 days? 400 weeks? No, that's 30 years. What? And so a lot of people, right, if something's so daunting, if you divide it up, it actually seems a lot easier. So that's the cool part. So like 500 drawing for dollars leads sounds stressful because your brain's thinking about doing it all in once. But really, if you do it at 36 a day for 14 days,
yeah,
there's no problem, right?
Yeah, you got to show up every day.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting here doing a live stream on New Year's Day. Why? Do I have other things I want to do? Yeah, but like we show up. We've been showing up for over 5 years consistently. And if I can't show up to do a simple live stream, how am I going to get you to go out and do thousands and thousands of contacts? You just have to show up every day. Let me ask you, how many live streams have you seen today on wholesaling? I'll wait. I'll see it in the comments. So what me and Zach try to show you is the consistent effort you have to show up. Now, here's the really cool part. In the beginning, you have to understand that you're going to have to do a tremendous amount of volume because you're inexperienced and you need as many opportunities as possible. As you get seasoned and forged under the pressure, like we talk about, it'll become easier. Number one, because you're used to it. Number two, because you're doing the volume and you've set, this is your consistent standard. And that's what creates the discipline. Most people struggle to even get through that because people go, if I got to make 25,000 cold calls every month, I'll never make it. You don't have to do that the rest of your life, but you're going to have to do it till you get into a positive cash flow situation. Number one, you don't have the capital to have other people to do it. Number two, you don't have the experience. And number three, you've got to go through the experience so you can teach others to help grow your empire. But it's just you in the beginning, and I get it. You are the marketing department. You are the legal department. You are the IT department. We're so used to having everyone else do this for us through school and corporations. I think that's the most shocking part people struggle with wholesaling. And we're fine with you asking questions on here, but I'm not going to be able to solve every one of your problems. Every one of you are going to have obstacles. The key is you get through that obstacle, period. You just keep going. If you stop because of the obstacle and freeze wholesaling, it's like starting literally all over again. And that's what you have to do. To forge that pressure and create the diamond, you have to go through it. No diamond's ever created without pressure. But we're taught our entire, like on YouTube and everything else, oh, you want to go around wholesaling? I'll show you an easier way. No, it's just an easier way to your pocketbook. Yep. So you're got anything worthwhile, you're going to have to go through it. Here's the difference. Me and Zach don't hide it from you. And I think by now you guys appreciate that because we tell you the truth. Listen, wholesaling is not for everyone. If it was, it would be a whole different game. There is no guarantee. You only get one guarantee in life. We're all not going to be here after a certain amount of time. So take that opportunity. Yeah, some people make that optional. If you live on like a remote island where no government, maybe you could, that will be the exception, but none of us want to do that. So guys, just for God's sakes, in 2026, put in the work. I've told you for 5 years, I've been doing this 24 years. He's over 9 years. I remember the day he started, he does too. It goes by quick. So we talk about like these long, we're just asking you to do a 12-month sentence. If you can get through 12 months and consistently do what we tell you with the plan we're showing you today, I'm not worried about you. If you want to sit here and bitch and whine about it, it's so torturous, it's hard. I have no cure for you because I know you're going to do that in every phase of your life. And I don't feed excuses. I don't defend them. I just let you purge them out. And I go find the others that will actually do the work. Be that person that finds the solution and be the person that doesn't whine about it.
Exactly. I'm telling everyone watching this right now, 500 divided by 14 is 36 leads a day. 3,000 dials, it's 215 dials a day. Simple. Or if you're texting, about 286 texts a day. That's it. That's what's separating you from the life of your dreams. Now, you're going to make a decision right now. Is texting 286 people today? It's not that hard. But doing that for 30 days is actually a little harder to do. But I mean, for 14 days. So you need to wake up tomorrow morning and say, okay, is calling $215 more stressful or worse than me staying broke? You can decide, do you want to be broke or do your 215 dials for the day? You make that decision. Then you also have to decide. Now, this is an easy decision. Is it better to go out here and watch Breaking Bad or make your 215 dials? I'll tell you this, Breaking Bad's an amazing show. It will be way more pleasurable and way more happier if you watch Breaking Bad. You will be in a better mood. Breaking Bad's a great show. We love Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know, is Breaking Bad going to make you money? No.
No.
Not at all. So the real question here is, which one's actually going to benefit your life? Because in the next 2 months, yeah, you're going to be pretty happy to watch Breaking Bad. It's a great show, but you're also going to be depressed because you have no money. So you're feeling pleasure watching the show by not calling, but you're going to feel depressed in 2 months because you got no money and the show's over.
It's called sacrifice, guys. You can still enjoy your shows, but put in your work and then have some downtime, do what you need to do. But like, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. It's this Netflix where you rate videos and like, I'm not going to get into it. I don't spend any time doing that crap. It doesn't mean I don't enjoy watching something with a loved one, but I limit it because your brain could sit there and listen, either you write the story in your life or someone will write it for you. What's that?
Pam commented, sacrifice.
Sacrifice. I'm telling you, like I tell everyone, you're not getting through wholesaling without making a sacrifice. Yeah. Or as she's coined it, sacrifice. You have to make a sacrifice. Like it's just, nobody just goes, hey, here's a duplex at 50 cents on the dollar, or here's one for free. You're going to have to go out and you're going to have to hunt and you're going to have to like you're going to have to go through so much. Anyone who's ever hunted or fished the first time, it's painful. And you got to like, how do I do this? How do I prep the night before? And you just got to get better and better. Why do you think it's any different in wholesaling? And many of you people that have had a corporate life and you've gone through school and all that stuff, you're going to have to break some terrible habits. There's no other word for it. But the sooner you get it, the sooner you can get to work. You're going to have to make a sacrifice, no matter what it is. Make that sacrifice, make a choice, and be brutally honest with yourself. If you don't want to make it, just tell it. Go watch your Netflix then. There's nothing I can do.
What I'm trying to explain is skipping calling to watch Breaking Bad, you get pleasure. You feel good.
Short
right?
term. Yeah.
You feel good. But after the show's over and you're broke and you're sad and depressed because you're broke now because you didn't do anything in your life, now you're sad. So in the beginning, it's happiness. In the end, it's sadness.
Yep.
And that sadness lasts a long time.
So focus
but
where you
when
want
you cold call, you're sad because you're calling it. It sucks. But at the end, now you're. And when you collect that $40,000 check, I've said this a lot. A lot of people here love video games. I love video games. I love watching. There's great TV shows. I've told everyone I love watching like Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Pretty sick fights on there. Okay. But I'll tell you this. There's not one football game I've ever watched in my life, maybe because I've never seen the Dolphins win a Super Bowl, that has given me more happiness ever than collecting my first $20,000 check in wholesaling. I mean, I'm 17 years old. I have $20,000 in my hand. I could really care less about if the Dolphins won that week or not because I was winning. Not a $1 billion team, a bunch of millionaires who don't care about me. They just want to make money for me. Myself, $20,000 check. There's not one TV show that was as exciting as collecting $20,000 in my name right there and knowing my life has changed forever. So once you really understand that, everything starts changing. And it's a weird mindset shift. And again, a lot of people get upset when I say this, but like it's true. It's the same mindset shift as getting in shape or trying to be healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to eat junk food and not work out. Trust me. This holiday season, I've learned that. It's very, very fun in the short term to eat junk food and sit around all day.
It is.
It's very fun. But the short-term pleasure is never worth the long-term pain.
Yep. And
working out, I'll tell you this, I've worked out for 14, 15 years straight. I would rather not work out. If I had to choose between working out or not working out, I would rather never work out if I could keep the same health.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the truth. If you knew your health would be the exact same, you'd have just as much muscle, your heart would be in the same rhythm, and you didn't have to work out, you would do it. I think everyone would. But the problem is the short-term pain versus the long-term, like feeling good about yourself, way worth it. It's the same exact thing in wholesaling. Now, I might be mad I said that. That's fine. But it is the same exact analogy.
Just focus on
sucks.
You have to focus on the destination and where you want to be.
It's opposite, right? Because you always focus on the action, not the results.
And that's the problem is, and then so the thing you start wholesaling, you make up your mind, okay, I'm going to do it. And then along the way, like you're spending a lot of time cold calling. You don't feel like you're not hitting it out of the park. And then all your friends and family go, why are you struggling so hard? Come and join us. Like, why did you leave the safety of your job? I got to tell you, you're going to take a massive pay cut when you start wholesaling because there's no guarantee what you're going to get. But if you will take that risk and sacrifice and do the work, it's amazing. But if you focus on the destination, think about it. People go on a diet, which I don't believe in diets. You got to change your eating style. The word "dies" in it for a reason, but you're restricting calories so you can get an outcome. Nobody enjoys that part of it. But you have to focus on either a weight goal or a health goal to get there. And no matter what you do, if it's physical, if it's spiritual, if it's financial, they all require a sacrifice. And if you focus on the destination, remind yourself, you'll get there.
Exactly. So we got to keep going. And so again, 286 texts, 215 dials. That is exact, and 36 drawing for dollars. That's all it takes. 286 texts today. 215 dials or 36 texts. 36 trying for dollars leads, 215 dials. I'm saying this wrong. 36 trying for dollars leads a day for 14 days, 215 dials or 286 texts. All it takes to change your life. I like this comment from Gold Properties. It says, when I got my first $20,000 check on my on my second deal, my brain has never been the same. My life changed forever. It's exactly what I'm talking about. We're ready. Oh my gosh. I'm pumped up for it. Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's go. So again, what do you have to be doing every single day? Let's kind of break down our little like day by day game plan here. So again, the first couple days, which is today, right? We're going to pick a strategy. Pick one. I don't get cute with it. Like if you're a beginner, don't get cute with this. Don't try to do too much. Choose one simple strategy. Are you going to do option A, B, or C? Are you going to text? Are you going to call? Are you going to drive for dollars, reverse drive for dollars? Create your daily quota. 36 leads, driving for dollars, $215, and 286 texts. Create your tech stack. So what's a tech stack? Again, a tech stack is exactly your entire toolkit. Like a contractor, you got like a toolkit. So if you have no money, like absolute zero cash at all, that is completely fine by me. You're going to get Google Voice for your dialer. You're going to get your phone numbers on a website called truepeoplesearch.com. Truepeoplesearch.com. And then we have a free CRM inside of Wholesaling.com. It's not too crazy, but if you're brand new, we made that CRM for anyone as a beginner. You just go to freewholesaling.com. If you're on TikTok, freewholesaling.com, and you'll be good to go. And if you have a little bit of a budget, so I would prefer, I think most people will do this. They just go to X Leads instead. The reason is Google Voice, you're capped how many texts you can send out. And unfortunately, it kind of sucks to do. And you're capped by your e-signing, and you can't really use a triple line dialer. And your data, you don't get any good data. If you're in non-disclosure state, like it's really bad. So I'll probably tell you most people just get xleads.com because it cuts your time in half. You got to remember to skip trace 1,000 properties will probably take you 15 to 20 hours. And you can do that in 5 seconds with X Leads. Yep. So in a month, you'll save 40, 50 hours in a month just getting X Leads, which is worth everyone's time. So most people just go to xleads.com. The reason is, again, you get all your data. If you're in a non-disclosure state like Texas, Kansas, there's a ton of non-disclosure states out here that you can't find the comps. Like it's really, really bad. And I don't think a lot of people actually know that. So let me get all the states. So non-disclosure states are going to be, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, New Mexico, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, Kansas, and parts of Missouri. You will not be able to figure out what properties are worth. And Zillow does not share what properties sold for. You need MLS access. X Leads does have MLS access across the nation. We actually have a lot of real estate agents actually get X Leads for the CRM, and they get data so they can get the MLS for everywhere, which is really cool. And then from there, you get the skip tracing. X Leads has free unlimited skip tracing. You get 25,000 records and skip traces included, which is pretty awesome. We've got the dialer. You can use a triple line dialer. You can get a phone number calls to you. You can use a single line dialer. We have an SMS text blasting. I saw somebody made a comment. How does X Leads compare to this other text blasting platform? I'll be honest, that other text blasting platform you mentioned is I believe 5 cents per text. Do you know how much X Leads is per text?
It's like
1 cent.
Yeah.
It's 5 times cheaper. And and I don't know who that person uses, but I'm pretty sure most people use Twilio. Maybe they're not using Twilio. They are using A2P most likely. So maybe there is Twilio. I don't know. But X Leads is 5 times cheaper than that platform. So it's like 5 times more expensive is insane. Like that adds up. If you're dropping $500 in texting a month, you either drop $2,500 with X Leads, or you drop 500 with X Leads. There are legit people that spend $500 a month with other platforms, and they go to X Leads. It's only 100. Like what? So yeah, you can do your SMS text blasting with X Leads. You can e-sign with X Leads. Now there are some free e-signing services which are great, but the problem is you can't text the e-signing. So what's really big is you can actually text somebody the contract, not email it, which is way better. You can text and email a contract. And most importantly here, and again, I'll make this, we actually have IP tracking on it. So you can actually legally enforce your contract, which is really important because a lot of us have people that try to screw us out of our deals. And then obviously you have the entire Go High Level CRM, which is included inside of X Leads, which is the most used CRM ever. So we also have a ton of people in X Leads that they are using Go High Level and then they transfer into X Leads. So they pay $97 for Go High Level. Then they just sign up for X Leads and we transfer all their data to our account. And now they only have to pay $97 and they get 25,000 skip trace records and they get text dialer, and get the data. Pretty dang cool. So it really depends on your budget. If you are absolutely broke, we have helped countless people in the craziest situations in the entire world. I always like telling our story from our guy out there in Aswanti who was making $2,000 a year, and he made $5,000 his first deal. It changed his entire life.
Crazy.
Absolutely insane. And so he had no money, so he did the free strategies. It did really well. So it's really up to which one. Most people get xleads.com. There are people who have absolute $0 at all, and that's completely fine. Use the free methods. I don't feel like I'm pressuring you to get xleads, but I will let you know that it is not worth your time to skip trace manually if you have a regular job. Like what I'm trying to explain is if you work 3 extra hours in your job or 4, you can afford xleads. So if you work 4 extra hours of overtime, or do you want to spend 100 hours skip tracing manually? Those are most people's options. Just being real. So here's the thing, guys. You don't need to build a spaceship, build a bicycle, and just move. So most wholesalers, when they get xleads or they make their like CRM and they make their own systems, right? They try to treat it like a spaceship. And we have a lot of smart engineering type guys that go out here and they get the whole go level stuff with xleads, and they just like, I'm going to make it perfect. I'm going to calculate it. I'm going to get the follow-up sequences, which xleads is really, you can make it crazy advanced and cool. But I say, bro, stop making the spaceship. Make a bicycle. We need to get to the other side of town. We don't need to go out here and build the spaceship. We're not going to Mars right now. So I will let you know if we are trying to do 15 deals a month. Yes, we need to build out the xleads so it's perfectly like for a massive corporation. But honestly, for most people starting out, you just build the bicycle. You don't have to walk across the city. Just build the bike, which is you could take a couple hours and then boom, book it, and then go out here and move. Movement's the most important part. Stop trying to build the spaceship. Okay. So if you have to get from the other side of town, it would probably take you 2 months to build a spaceship, and you're still stuck in the garage. You haven't moved. Yeah, walking and running kind of sucks. You can do it. It takes 2 or 3 days. Build a bike, get there in like a couple hours. Done. So build the bike, not the spaceship. And then guess what? While you're doing the bike, then you can build the spaceship in your spare time. Days 3 to 7, we're going to be doing marketing. Absolutely zero distractions. Zero distractions. We're going to get everything we need. We're going to hit our daily quotas every single day. We're going to track our numbers, our KPIs. So KPIs stand for key performance indicators. So we're going to track what we're doing. What KPIs do we track? I like tracking contacts, leads, offers. So contacts is, let's just do calling, for example. If I have a list of 1,000 sellers and I call them and 300 pick up and say hello, that's 300 contacts. I had about 300 people that actually I was able to contact and talk to. Mm-hmm. Now, how many of those people said, hey, I want to sell my property? If half of them said that, which is not likely, let's say 10% did, then we have 30 leads, right? 1,000 calls, 300 contacts, 30 leads. Effectively, a quality lead should get an offer. So we probably have 20 offers. That's what it is. So we got to understand here in wholesaling, though, the most important KPI, the most important key performance indicator in wholesaling is offers. I can look at anybody's business. If I pluck any of you guys watching this and I pluck you out in the next 30 days and I ask you one question, I can guess exactly how much money you've made. How many offers did you make in the past 14 days? That's all I got to ask. That's it. Not how many calls, not how many texts you're sending out. All that stuff doesn't matter. It does, but offers is the most important one because that separates the men from the boys here. Because you could, like, I don't need to look at all your stats. Offers is the most important part. Now, how do you get offers? You got to text, right? So you have to text to get the offers. But the only real thing that pushes the needle is actually making offers, because offers equal contracts and sold contracts equal money. And then day 8, we're going to lock up our deals. We're going to follow up with our warmest leads. Following up is stupid important. That's why we even have a free CRM. CRMs are essentially needed for everything. We have free and paid ones. And then, well, we have free and advanced ones. But yeah. And then we have day 10, 14. We're going to dispo our deal. So how do you find cash buyers? Well, if you have no money at all and you have a deal locked up, a lot of people get stressed out over that. I would not. Basically, what you got to do is go to Facebook groups. And inside these Facebook groups, you are going to start finding these real estate investors. You got to qualify them and make sure they're actually legit or not. I go through title companies. JV. Title companies have cash buyers. You can JV with people inside of freeholesale.com. Go to our Zillow for rents and actually call these people up and say, hey, I'm actually not looking to rent out your property. Actually, I'm a wholesaler. I have a deal locked up across the street, seeing if you're looking to buy it as a rental property. And then from there, you can find buyers without any money. If you have X leads, we have a cash buyers tab. We have a dispo tab. You can text blast your buyers, and you can even post your deals and go crazy on there. But just letting you know, money is never an excuse of why you can't become successful. You just put in the work. You can have a bike, right? You can get tools and softwares, and it's all cool. It's like having a bike. The bike will make you go faster than the guy that's running. But if the guy runs for 10 hours and you bike for 30 minutes, the guy running is going to beat you.
Yeah. You still got to pedal the bike too.
And you still got to pedal the bike. Oh man, this bike sucks. You're not even pedaling it. Ooh.
I don't like the pedals. Dude, just go. When I was a kid, I had those old spiky metal ones and I'd do it barefoot. Why? Because I didn't know any difference. Sometimes you just got to get going on the bike that you currently have. You got to just a bent frame, stuff like that. Just get it going until you get a deal or two. Like,
there we go.
Stop trying to make it perfect.
Alex has a great question here. And by the way, we're putting a comment below here. Right here is freewholesaling.com. It's our free real estate wholesaling course and community. We'll put that right there. But yeah, Alex has a great question. Can I do this if I just want to buy properties to flip? Bro, Alex, that's what wholesaling essentially is. You see, when we talk about wholesaling, right, you can write up what wholesaling is effectively writing up a contract to buy a house for below what it's worth.
Below market, way below market.
So what you're essentially doing out, everything we just taught you is wholesaling. Even if you run a house flipping business, that's wholesaling. But effectively, what's different what you do and what a lot of people in here do, the difference is your exit strategy. So your exit strategy here would be actually be buying the property, putting it on the market and flipping it. That's great. A lot of people in here will actually find flippers and actually just make a quick assignment fee on there. But I'll be honest with you, what we do a lot of house flipping too. We do a lot of wholetailing too. And to be real, it's very weird because like flipping a house and wholesaling, like between us, it's like, it's the same thing to us. Like, it's really like, it's kind of the same thing. It's like spaghetti versus mac and cheese. I mean, they're both pasta. It might be different.
Yeah, you just have the ability to buy it for the cheapest price, which gives you the most options. So if you want to wholesale it and sell it via assignment, if you want to do like a fix and flip, you can do that. There's other skills required on that we don't really specialize in teaching you. Or you can just keep it as a buy and hold for long-term rental. You can do whatever. That's just the exit strategy. The key with wholesaling is the ability to learn how to market and connect with people that need to sell their house, because you get the absolute best deal. What you decide to do with it, most people in the beginning, they have to assign them because you got to generate cash. But after a while, we teach you, keep a few of them, wholetail a few of them. Fix and flip is more of a speculative thing.
But we do a lot. Like there's a lot of deals we fix and flip, make over 100K.
But the thing is, the longer you do it and the more skills you get at wholesaling, the more options you have. You can pick the neighborhood you want to buy in. You can pick whatever market. You decide which ones you want to keep as a rental. You can decide which creative financings if you want to even target that. It's just wholesaling, in my opinion, gives you the most choices. It gives you the most leverage because everybody else has to come to you. And the ones you don't want to touch, you can still sell and make money, and it keeps you in the marketing game. And that is the key to wholesaling.
There we go. There's only one.com says X leads is super pricey. Any chance of making the basic plan?
You got
the price. Okay, let me ask you, is there any wholesaling software that has free skip tracing that is cheaper than $97 a month?
That you can actually run a CRM, pull lists.
No. I'm not even going there.
Yeah.
Is there a software, legit I'm asking, that has free skip tracing, which is stupid expensive to have, where you can pull 25,000 skip trace records with the Drawing for Dollars app that is under $97 a month?
Just put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
And I'll wait.
They're mostly over $120 a month. So I'm curious about why you think it's super expensive. Also, does anybody in here know a CRM that includes data that's under $97 a month? No. Is there any software that includes data, a CRM, a dialer, texting, and e-signing for under $97 a month? No. So unfortunately, bro, like here's the problem. I could probably make X Leads cheaper if I made like an X Leads only version and had the CRM separate. But what's the main philosophy for X Leads? X Leads has one philosophy, and that is it. It's an all-in-one wholesaling software. So you get everything for one price. And $97 was the pricing where we don't make crazy money at all, but everything gets included. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of funny. And then everyone asks, "Well, Zach, can you build a trial?" We could. So let's have a vote. Would you rather X Leads have a 7-day free trial and I charge you $120 a month, or do you want me to be 97 with no trial? And guys, if you want, I will raise the price right now and give you a trial. What do you guys want? Let me know in the comments. Let's run a poll real quick. Comment below. Do you want me to raise prices by 40% and have a free trial? Or should I keep it at 97? Let me know, because I can raise prices by 40%. See, this is how trials work. Trials are very expensive and they lose software companies a lot of money. So let me know.
That's the challenge with it. There's a cost for trials, and it's usually to suck you in for like a higher price.
Yeah.
We're just being transparent with you. Like, why don't I take that savings and just give it right back to you?
And also for the trial, if we ran it like a software, you won't be able to download data.
And they limit.
See, everyone says keep it at 97. So
Yeah.
that's what, but guys, I'm just
There's
telling
a reason for it, guys.
Everyone's like, why do you have a free trial? Because there's not. I always click this thing off. I don't know why. Oh boy. There we go. Wait, it's come back. Oh geez. Hold on. I think I kicked it. There we go. It's working now. Okay. Okay, working. But yeah, Jamie thinks we should raise it. I'm not raising it.
Well, it is a new year, new pricing, you know.
So yeah, we're pretty excited about. But yeah, no, X Leads is the cheapest one with the highest quality. I'll tell you this. Me and Rick had a lot of conversations. We probably should double the prices of X Leads so people think it'd be more quality by just raising the prices. You can do it like Louis Vuitton, but we don't do that. But yeah, let's answer a couple questions really quick. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I appreciate that one. Is there any charge for the Discord group? Discord is always free. ZachDiscord.com.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, other residential competition. So is there any other is promoting MLS list deals as lucrative to work with real estate? What's the incorporating it? Yeah. So how do you, if you're wholesaling on the MLS, how does X Leads work? It works really well. I am not going to really mention anything because we're waiting for version 4. There is a reason why I started talking to real estate agents on some of the live streams.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm being very quiet about this. We've gotten 4 agents who are accepting my offers of 100K below list. So things are getting pretty. The reason, guys, so I did a whole 2-hour live stream on Tuesday, cold calling real estate agents and just lowballing them. And I'm pretty surprised how good I am at it, even though I'm kind of newish at it, because I'm getting them all to accept 100K below list. Now I'm going to wholesale a bunch of them. You know, me and Rick, I think we made over 300K last year on just on-market properties. Like that big Chicago deal. We didn't know. I'm like, why are we making? Oh my gosh, why is this doing this? I do not care. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, we made over 300K wholesaling MLS properties, and I hate the MLS. What if I actually tried? I'd probably make 600K. So I'm like, wait, I could probably make $1 million on the MLS by just actually putting an effort towards it.
But we have a different technique. And guys, everyone who's taught you up to this point, there's a reason it doesn't work. They all have the same technique. And when you chase real estate agents around in a really hot market, you're kind of wasting, you're literally wasting your time. So 2026, the news has come out about the market. There's a lot of inventory. Interest rates are still stagnant. We have a plan for this. So when everybody else hammered it, you notice all those courses have just vanished. You notice because they don't work.
Oh yeah.
We actually have a plan because we've tested the data.
Well,
and we want to share it.
What I'm trying to explain is with this new update, we found out with this AI that we're deploying.
Yes.
It actually is working really well with the MLS. Like there's some MLS wholesalers I sent this to, and they're like, this is actually perfect for MLS wholesaling. I said, really? And we trained the AI to work with it, and we're like, wow, this is insane. So that's why I've been flirting with the MLS a little more, because there's some There's some things to it. Darlenia says, where can I find the blueprint? Freeolson.com right here. Cold calling makes me depressive. Germans hate cold calls. That's why Germany lost World War I and World War II, because you hate cold calling.
Lord.
It's just true. So you want to be a winner like an American, the winning side.
We didn't ask if you liked it. We just asked you to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I bet Germany didn't like losing both world wars, but they did. Do what the winners do. Do you all do this in North Carolina? It is legal in North Carolina. The best part about North Carolina is an attorney state. So you use a real estate attorney. They'll let you know what to do or not do. I'm cold calling while I'm watching this. Let's go, Jay.
Awesome.
Mark, I just pulled 500 code violations by hand. Called them the next 2 days. Let's go. Mark's doing the work. Love to see it. And then Lassie says, what price will version 4 of X Leads be? I'm not going to say anything, but I will let everyone know there will be a guaranteed price and or plan change. That's all I'm going to say. There's going to be a price and plan change for X Leads. I'm not going to say it might be basic, might be pro, might be X. I'm not going to say it, but there is going to be a change. So I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be.
Just take what you got now.
But all I'm going to say is I would sign up right now. That's all. I'm going to grandfather everyone in. Last couple times we've done this, people are very happy with it. Coming back from when we used to sell X Leads, the annual for $597, then we got rid of it because I don't get into that. But basically, people are pretty happy about it. But we're asking, when does X Leads version 4 drop? X Leads version 4 drops in 11 days. Oh my gosh, 11 days. Let's go. We're pretty excited. X Leads version 4 launch is January 12th. We're pumped up for it. I'm going to read a post I made in the school about it because everyone's going to ask me to spill the beans on it. It is AI. It's actually real AI. It's not fake AI. It's not some ChatGPT, Google Maps type stupid thing. It's actually a real AI, and it's pretty impressive. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to share what we have to say about the launch on here, and I'm going to let it speak for itself. So again, by far, X Leads version 4, it's the biggest launch update we've ever had. That includes free unlimited skip tracing, the probate list, and all the stuff. It's going to completely change how wholesalers find deals, market to sellers, and dominate their competition. And I'm telling everybody, X Leads version 4 is not a tweak. It's a full shift. And honestly, I'm just going to skip through this. I'll talk what I want to talk about it. But basically, it's going to separate people who have X Leads versus don't have X Leads. So pretty much what it does is we're implementing our full AI on here. And this AI is going to basically, I'm not going to get into it right now. But pretty much it gets you in front of the most motivated sellers in your market. It's going to cut through any marketing list. It's going to identify deals before your competition can even think about it. And it's most likely going to eliminate 20 to 25% of wholesaling marketing as we know it. I would say about a quarter. And it's pretty crazy. Here's our logo if you want to know exactly what we're hinting at here. I'm not going to say what. This is our version 4 logo. It's actually pretty sick. It's insane. This AI is out of this world.
Unbelievable.
All I'm going to say is out of this world, this AI, if you can catch my drift. Most people can't even guess what it is. But all I'm saying is X Leads version 4, it is going to, how do I describe this the right way without revealing everything? I mean,
don't do it.
I'll leave it at this. The traditional way of finding a deal in wholesaling where you just pull a high equity list and just send mail to it or text it or call it, that's going away with version 4.
Yeah.
You won't be, the thought of pulling a list most likely is going to go away inside of X Leads after version 4. Now you'll be able to pull a vacant property list. That's fine. But most wholesalers after version 4 are not going to pull lists. That's all I'm going to say. And the thing is, I'll just be real. Nobody in the wholesaling space ever innovates anymore. They don't want to do anything. They just want to sit on their butt and take money from people and don't want to innovate. They want to copy what everyone does. They want to raise the prices. Me and Rick are the only ones who have the balls to go out here and change the industry and actually do something different. Now, everything we have X Leads stays the same. Everything inside of X Leads stays the same. This AI everyone's going to be able to have it. Now, Pro plan are going to have really basic plan people are going to get really cool AI, which is going to change everything for them.
Mhm.
Pro's going to have even crazier, and the X is going to have the craziest one. I'm not getting into it. It's out of this world. That's all I'm going to say. Wink, wink. But it is awesome. And I'm really excited for it. It's going to change everything. And it's going to be our biggest launch. We're going to have more signups on X Leads in January than we've ever had in our entire life. And we're going to have more people canceling their bum, stupid softwares and getting X Leads more than anything else. So I would probably tell you, and again, just being real, if you have a software that's not X Leads, I would cancel it for next month because you're probably going to need to do it now and get X Leads. So if you want to get X Leads, go to xleads.com. I will promise you, you should be grandfathered in if you get it now. And I would highly, highly recommend that you get it before the launch. That's all I'm going to say. So guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. Make sure you go to xleads.com to sign up for the best wholesaling software. And remember, if you're just getting started in wholesaling real estate, you don't need a software. You just need a course. You just need to get to work and start doing it. When you learn it, go to freewholesaling.com. We're pumped up. We're excited. We're ready to go. And yeah, we're pumped up for it. Guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach and signing out.